Yeah, the last few days have been quite heavy, to be honest with you. There was the the passing of Cadet, which was like a really, really big shock for a lot of people. Like, and I think for me, yeah, it's very important to have a conversation about Cadet because you know the one thing I don't like doing, yeah. If I'm being honest with you, I never really like to be the guy all of the time when someone passes away and they're always like, full of praise of this person or whatever, yeah. Because sometimes you always think like, I can be quite cynical. So sometimes when I see people doing it, I always think, but you was never going to say that they were not like this or they weren't like that or whatever, yeah. And this is not to say that me and Cadet was ever friends like that, yeah. But just my encounters with this guy and musically what he did, like, it's so important to make people understand how much of a G this guy really, really was. Where was you when you heard about?
I was in my yard and I looked at the post. I wake up like 5 a.m. every day, bro.
Mad.
So I caught the post early. I looked at the post and I scrolled past it. Not thinking that it was real. The post on Cadet's page. Scrolled past it. I had people ringing me, asking me, is it true? After I said, because as I said, I scrolled past the post because I thought it was promo or something like that. And then I had people ringing me and I was like, well, it ain't like, I just don't feel like what anybody from his family would want to hear is a phone call from Sideman to say,
yeah, of course.
Yo, is it thinking? But then I saw Bouncer post it.
Yeah.
And I realized, bam, it's real, bro. And like, bro, like, I keep reiterating, like, I am not saying we was best friends or anything like that, bro. But man's hurt, bro. I'm fully hurt over this, bro, because I can't think in my brain of a nicer artist in this industry. I'm talking worldwide. I've not seen a nicer person on TV. I've not met a nicer person. Before I came to One Extra and started doing BBC, before I moved to London, he messaged me like, yo, let's do a video together. I did a video with Conan, a phone call video. So I acted like I was on the phone to Conan in it. Conan does his part from his house. I do my part from my house because I figured these artists ain't going to meet me at my level now. So how I'm going to get them to do a video with me is make it as easy for them as possible. So we have a phone call conversation. Cadet messages me. I want to do a video with you. I was like, okay, cool. I'll write you a phone call one. Man's like, nah. I'm going to come to Brum. My man barrels down on the motorway 2 hours and comes. This is like 2-3 years ago and does a video with me, bro. And we done like 3 videos to get 3 videos. I thought to post them, but they're funny videos, so I don't even know. I'm just trying to be respectful. Yeah. So like, that happens now. When I hear the news now, I start going through our chat. When he came to Brum, he dropped off some underrated legend hats. Yeah. I rocked the hat in the video. I didn't even think, bro. Like, I get hats from bare people. I just take up the hat and slam it on my head. Yeah. Didn't even tag him. Didn't tag the hat page, nothing. Yeah. My man sends me a voice note. Hey, bro, because I forgot the voice note was sent. I'm literally listening to it the other day. Yeah. Hey, bro, did I just see you wearing my hat? Wearing my hat in one of your videos? Oh, bro, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, Thank you, bro. Every time I see you do that, I'm gonna message you, bro, and I'll have more hats for you. He was always like that, bro. Yeah. Literally 2 weeks ago, I wrote a comment on one of his posts saying, love seeing you win, bro. That's a standard comment, bro. We all comment on each other's stuff. Everybody comments on each other's stuff when you see them have a win. He was posting that the advice song had gone silver or something like that. Yeah. So I comment that. Man, if he liked my comment, if he didn't like or comment back to my comment, I would have felt nothing. If he liked my comment, I'd be like, alright, safe. If he had replied to my comment, I'd be like, cool. Man DMs me off a comment on his page saying, you're my bro. Yeah. Love hearts. How am I supposed to not feel something when somebody that kind-hearted? Yeah. And I'm scrolling past social media.
It speaks to his character.
His character, bro. I'm scrolling past social media and everybody has receipts. Yeah. Evidence of his kindness. Yeah. They can show me where Cadet said, I love you, bro. Yeah. They've got a voice note where Cadet saying, I'm proud of you, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, I ain't seen nothing like this in my life, bro.
Do you know what, there's so much different things to unpack on that, because even when you look at like, there's been a lot of conversation recently about like, like toxic masculinity and people not speaking about stuff and not saying how they feel or whatever. Yeah. And the one thing that I liked about him so much is that he always put that out there. Like he always would never feel any type of way to tell a man, I love you.
Bro.
or I'm proud of you, or keep doing what you're doing, or like those little things there mean so much at a certain period of time. So, see, for me, yeah, like I'd met him like a bunch of times, and in fact, I was doing a live night with one of my best friends, Benny Scars, yeah, and we were like getting like a lot of underground talent and stuff like that to come and perform, and Cadet performed there for us as well. He was one of the headliners, and like that was probably the first time I had a proper conversation with him. And then when I started doing this and started visualizing or whatever, we always had the conversation of, yo, like I want to come, like let's do this, let's like come on the podcast or whatever. Because one thing I was trying to explain to him is that like here on this platform, and I say a bunch of times, I don't want to talk with everyone. I only want to talk to people that I find interesting or that has a story or has something to say or whatever. But with how he treated his music and the things that the energy that he put out there made me, like enticed me to want to have a conversation with him. And I feel gutted within my heart, like even when I said to you earlier on, you know, like timing is a wonderful thing, you know what I mean? At some point we'll connect on that. It was the same with him, and we never really got to do that. And I feel like there's so much things I wanted to have a conversation with him about, which I didn't get to do that with. But
one thing I would say, don't even feel bad about that, bro, because he got his message out there. When we have these platforms and we do these things, the most important thing is that the message is out there, innit? Like, I remember the last proper conversation I had with him, coming out of an award show. He had won an award for advice. And I said to him, bro, you're winning, man. I'm happy. And he was like, yeah, bro, thank you, and that. And he's like, I do want to put out some more serious stuff. And you're talking about a rapper. 95% of his content has some substance and is serious.
Yeah.
I'd say 95%. How much people can you say that about? He was not chasing the hit.
No.
His tunes had, like, listening to his tunes now again, over again, substance.
Of course.
He's like, I want to release something serious. I said to him, bro, bond that. Keep doing these hits, bro. It's easy for you. You're a real rapper. You can rap. Like keep making these hits. And he's like, nah, bro, gotta release serious stuff as well, bro. My life has changed forever.
Yeah.
My life has changed forever. My whole outlook, because you want at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you put good energy into the universe, bro.
Of course.
You put positivity in the universe. The amount of things that you can say, like when I listened to Letter to Cadet, Letter to Krept, and Letter to Cadet, like literally yesterday, I listened back. It breaks your heart over, it just breaks your heart over again, bro.
But you know what though? It does, but it doesn't. It, like for me, it warmed my heart. I explained to you why it did, yeah. Why that did, because, and this is the part that I was going to get to a little bit later, but I'll just speak about it now, yeah. I think that what he did was such a beautiful thing in hindsight, because you know what it allowed them to do? It allowed them to spend the next couple of years really bonding. You see, like, from how it sounded, them two were like Batty and Bench. They were closest cousins. Him, we talk about Krept here, yeah? Them two were the closest cousins. Yeah, they grew up together. I know what that's like. I've got a cousin to this day that is still in my heart. Yeah. And like, so that's their relationship. As they've got older, there's been like certain dynamics or maybe a miscommunication on certain things that have almost made them a little bit separate. Do you get what I'm saying? But what ended up happening was, what he did was, by stepping out and saying, yo, this is how I feel. This is how this made me feel. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, because he mentions that. I could be wrong, but this is how that made me feel. Krept comes out and he says, you know what? No, I didn't even know about this, and puts his thing out there. The next couple of years after that, look how close visually, like, visually, they look so close. Imagine what it was like just behind the scenes with all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? It allowed them for the next couple of years to then like really build their relationship and celebrate life together. And essentially, that's what they ended up doing.
Let's put it in proper perspective, yeah. Cadet used to get murked about that.
Oh yeah, I know.
About letter to Krept. Yeah. Like, but in hindsight now, it goes back to what you're saying, us men having conversations. I told you, bro, my life has changed forever. We have to start having conversations.
Yeah.
Like, every man can look at somebody and another guy in their life they're probably close to, and there's friction and things ain't how they used to be, bro.
Yeah.
And can look at that and say, yo, like it's so mad, bro. I remember when Cadet DM and said, you're my bro, I just replied with the hands up emoji. Because I wasn't even comfortable with sending love hearts like that, but he was just comfortable.
Yeah.
Just showing love to man.
Yeah. And I love,
I've been putting love hearts on it, right? For the last 2 days, bro. Love hearts everywhere, bro. Love hearts. Dino's post, love heart. Krept post, love heart. Conan post, love heart. Because my whole perspective on things, bro, has absolutely shifted. Because when you listen, but the reason why I say it, as you say, it is happy to know that they patch things up. But I put myself in Krept's shoes, having to listen to Letter to Krept. How much times he says, "I love you."
Yeah. But that's beautiful.
Over at the end.
But that is beautiful when you look at it, because
it broke my heart.
Of course, but like, you know what? That's there. That's like, this is the thing,
Yeah. With some people, it's not there, innit?
It's true, exactly. With some people, it isn't there. And you know what is funny, is that like, I remember when that came out, and I watched it, and like I heard the end bit, and he reminded me of a guy that I went to school with, and to this day is one of my close. You know, like, he's a person who I don't speak to every day. You know, he's got kids and family. His life's in a different direction, but we still speak or whatever. But you know what? I know at a drop of a hat, at any time of the day or night, he's coming out to ride for me or whatever. But there was very close similarities between the two of them, in the sense that this same guy, Wesley, I'm gonna say his name is Carty. He'll like ring me and just say to me, like, Chucks, man, I love you, innit? And I'll be like, bruv, I love you too, bruv. Like, why are you ringing? But I'm not switching on him, but I'm just like, you know, it's just typical of his character. That's just how he is or whatever, But when you really deep that, like, you know that regardless of whatever happens in life, I always know how you felt. And you always showed me the most amount of love. And on top of that, what is so nice about that situation in particular, when we look at that, is like Krept will always have those, and everyone else will always have their moments of being able to look and say, right, he said that. But you know what? Also, if ever you just wanted to actually just hear the voice again, it's there. Do you get me?
Bro.
And you just can't, like, them things there, like, it's mad. I think, like, for me, when I was looking at his career, I felt like I was lying down and I was trying to analyze it, because I remember seeing Cadet, like, pop up on the internet here, and then I wouldn't see him for time, then pop up again or whatever, and I felt like, I could be wrong, maybe somebody who's more in the know and close to him or whatever, I'd say that, like, it was almost like his proper music campaign started at around 2015. That's when you started to see a lot more freestyles and all of that stuff, and the one thing that really made me like him was, you see, like, you get like a lot of artists, because I will say that, like, he always put his heart on the microphone. Always. And a lot of artists will say, but a lot of artists do. But I thought what makes his whole situation different is that, you get a lot of artists that will talk about certain things they did. Like, some will say, I used to shot. You know what I mean? I miss my man.
Them stuff,
all of these type of
happy
things.
stuff to them, bro. Like, I used to shot. That's good.
But you know what was different about him was that, like, I haven't gone and checked my nan for time. Like, my relationship with my mum isn't. I drive past my mum's house every day and I don't pop in to go and see my mum. I'm a hypocrite, like, because, you know, I don't talk to the police. But if this thing happened to me, then I would feel the same way. Do you get what I'm saying? Closure, where he had a freestyle that he put out last year, where he was talking about, like, the situation that happened with a girl and all of these things, and abortions and all of these type of stuff. He's a person, and then obviously Letter to Krept and all of these things. He always put his heart on the microphone in a very, very deep way.
Vulnerable.
And I love that, because you know, like, when you meet an artist, it's always nice to know when you feel like, you know, they don't know you, but you know a lot about them. Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the type of artists that I usually like. Do you get what I'm saying? I know a lot about you, because I know when you come on the microphone, you're talking about some stuff. Not only are you talking about some stuff, you're telling the truth. I believe you.
You're not going to lie about that. You're not going to lie about that.
And you know what? On top of that, I know how that feels, because I went through that, or I felt a little bit like this or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just think, like, as a whole, his character, there's so much about that guy that is to be celebrated. That is just, it's amazing, bro, when you really deep it. I mean, I know that he was, like, literally just in the process of fulfilling his dreams. He was fulfilling his dreams. Do you get what I'm saying? I know he was mad happy about getting the wireless thing and all of this stuff. But you know what? On the flip side of it, like, we can sit and we can look at the fact that he was taken young and that he was, you know, like he had so much more to give. But do you know what? At the same time, like he was getting the shine that he deserved, and he left at a time when he was getting it. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Like going back to what you were saying about people on social media and they'll jump on the RIP wave because let's not front. There's a RIP wave, bro, where some people like jump on it. I seen one or two, but like I've only ever, to my memory, I've only ever RIP 2 people since I've been on Instagram, bro. Stanley and Cadet, bro.
Yeah.
Stanley and Cadet, because I've been a comic book fan all my life. So with the Stanley thing, that was that. But as I said, this really hit me because like there's just so much documentation of what he stood for.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of not just what he would put in his music, but how he would treat people on a day-to-day basis, bro. Yeah. I seen so many, like it wasn't a thing where, you know how you have some people, they'll treat you nice, because they feel like you got some status.
Yeah.
He weren't one of them, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I saw people with small platforms to the biggest platforms saying, Cadet came through and did this for me and did that for me, and he worked on that with me and worked on this with me, and he helped me with this, and he's different.
Let's talk about his skill set, actually. Do you know what, one thing? I used to watch some of the ways that he does his freestyles and all of that, and he performs his freestyles in that, like he has rehearsed it 100 million times. His comfortability on just the way that he would say things and the way that he would tell a story and all of that was like
he was talking.
Yeah, like literally. Like, and in a day and age, for me personally, like right now, where I feel like people are they can't rap without looking at their phone, or you know what I mean. They just like 100 million takes and all of these type of things, which is not a bad thing because sometimes your brain, I know that if I was a rapper right now, I'd have to do a whole bunch of takes every time or whatnot. But I still feel like it's one thing in what you say, but how you deliver it is the next thing as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And his skill set spoke a lot to that, because anytime you would see him doing the freestyle or whatever, more time, he's not looking like, you'd have a couple ways looking at the mic and you can see that he's like really in his zone and he's talking about stuff. But then you got other times where it's like he's just chatting to you. He's literally like he's just chatting to you.
They come from a different set.
Yeah.
When you look at Krept, Conan, Cadet, them man know how to write bars, bro. They got a pen. Their pen is solid. Like, you don't hear nothing come out from them where the bars ain't tight. But when it come to Cadet, bro, when you lay in your... Listen, I used to rap in it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I used to write that back in it. And every now and again, I'll do a little joke tune here and there.
Yeah.
When you write something, that your heart is in, you will remember it way quicker. True. You will perform it way better. Because this is something that you want to say. You've rehearsed the sentiment of what you're saying over and over in your head your whole life. And that's one of the things here, because like, Cadet, you have a lot of rappers here. That are very, very, they're very, very resentful towards the game because they feel like they're real and they got real lyrics and real stuff, but the game doesn't appreciate them the way that they want to. Those people become very bitter. Yeah. Those people become very mean. Cadet was one of them people that he wouldn't have called himself underrated legend if he never felt a bit like that at points, I don't think. Yeah. But he kept pushing. He didn't let the fact that he didn't feel like he was getting the recognition he deserved at certain points stop him from doing it.
No.
I watched him say in an interview, my motivation comes from, if it ain't this, it ain't nothing. If I'm not doing music, there's nothing else I can do, so it's gonna get done. Them kind of level of positive, like, as I said, his life is an example in many different ways. Just his determination, bro. I look at it like this here. He does advice. Things start to go well now. Yeah. Things are going well for him now. This is where some artists will get lazy.
Yeah.
He's still employing marketing strategies at this point. The unbuff thing is a marketing. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That is a marketing strategy, but that's a marketing strategy from an artist who's very much on right now.
Yeah.
Who's very much in the top 40 charts with a tune, and he's still working like say it was is back when it was a bit tougher for him.
Of course.
Still employing new strategies.
Well, the cadet, that's a marketing strategy as well, because I think like for him, and he's mentioned a few times in his music as well, is that like not wanting to be known as Krept's cousin. Do you get what I'm saying? Cadet. This is not Krept's cousin. This is Cadet. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, to me, that's why I say as well that like, I know that he's had that and had been saying it for a long time.
Yeah.
But I felt even the emphasis on that, like, know me for what I do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I love the persona. I like the comfortability in the way that he delivered his bars.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot. His skill set was very high, man. And
You'll be very good at something when you believe it's all you can do. When the man's saying to you, "This is what I do," he treated it like it was a 9 to 5, bro.
Yeah.
He treated it like it was a job.
I think the sad thing as well is also just like, you know, when you think as an artist or even as an entertainer, just taking it away from Cadet just for a second, that like we are on the road all of the time.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're on the road all of the time and you never really think that your life can just change just like that.
Yeah.
I've spent so much time on the motorway with artists and stuff like that. Or no, I don't know, by the way, if this was on the motorway or anything. I'm just talking from my perspective. I'm not talking about this because I'm unaware of all of that. I don't really know the details and stuff. But just being on the road as a performer and doing that and just traveling a lot, I guess it's like another reminder of how precious your life is while you're doing what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I feel like you gotta live your life remembering what mark have I left, what mark am I leaving on the world, bro. I've had so many thoughts when it comes to this. I didn't even research. I have not read no news articles on how this happened.
Yeah, neither have
because I didn't care, bro.
No,
he's gone.
Yeah.
The result is all. When the result of that hit me, I was like, whatever to how it happened. But what I will say is, the second I saw it was in a taxi, it made my mind go back to the amount of taxis I've been in, especially in London, where them drivers, I don't know why they don't understand that they are a taxi carrying other people.
Yeah, of course.
Just driving mad. And beeping at people and shouting at people and like, nah, you're in a taxi with somebody else that you don't know. I don't know you like that. For you to be winding down your window, shouting expletives at a next man.
Of course,
I don't know you like that. Drive proper, drive safe. So I just thought bare thoughts, bro. All kinds of different thoughts based off this.
It's a mad one, man.
Yeah, man, definitely.
But I'm very happy at the same time that like he got to feel what he did in it, and like
I'm glad he's being celebrated, bro. I'm glad he's being celebrated. Apart from like, I got a video coming for Daily Mail, bro.
Oh my god!
Because they put the wrong picture of him, bro.
Can I just say, like,
I got a video. Oh, I'm not gonna express all my views here, but I've
got a question to ask. I just want to know what have we done? Like, why does the Daily Mail keep doing this to us? Like, what have we done?
Black outrage don't mean enough to them, which means we ain't outraged enough. That's my stance on it, bro. We clear. I don't know what we need to do, but we need to do like stop speak. If you don't care about us and you don't know who we are, don't speak on us, innit?
No. But this is why I asked the question: what have we done? Because you know what you're doing. It's not. They're not doing it out of because they care or anything like they made a mistake or whatever. Like, I'm asking, I'd love to really sit down and find out, like, what is the problem? What is it that you're upset about? What is it that we've done to you for you to keep doing this to us? Because this has been going on for so long. And you know what? Like, even when they because I don't even want to spend too much time on it, because I don't even want to put too much negative thing on this, But one thing that I did do, when I saw it, I thought, okay, let me just Google Cadet's name. Let me just Google Cadet and artist. Let me just see if this is a genuine mistake. Because I need to Google the images to find out what comes up. There was not one image of that was there.
That wouldn't have been an excuse.
So you're telling me,
that wouldn't have been an excuse. You're a company. You're a national newspaper.
Of course.
Do your job.
Do you know what? I'm just trying to find at least one little thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even with that, that's why as soon as I saw that, I just thought, I wasn't even mad. I was just thinking to myself, what have we done? Like, why do you keep doing that?
No, I'm mad.
What is the problem?
I'm mad because just leave our legends alone. If you don't care enough to put the right picture of us up, just leave. Listen, we'll pass on being in your newspaper, bro. We don't want the promo. Just keep us out. We don't want the promo from you. We're good. I'm blessed. If I never end up in the Daily Mail for neither good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
If they put me in the Daily Mail right now saying respect to this comedian, I don't want it. Just leave us alone, bro. Because you don't like us and you don't know who we are. Because if you knew who we are, you wouldn't put up the wrong
No,
picture.
no. They do know who we are.
And if they know who we are and they're doing that on purpose for our outrage, then our outrage is not being activated in the right way.
Yeah.
Because if they're using us for outrage promo, which I don't get outrage pro. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it because this is just pure negative. And I don't see how it crosses over to their demographic. Our outrage doesn't cross over to their demographic. And maybe that's what we need to figure out. We need, if I'm being real, we need white people to be as outraged as we are over this. That's what we need.
Course, yeah.
We need white people to be as outraged as over we are, because our outrage to them clearly don't mean nothing. We need some daily people that read. If you're a Daily Mail reader, I just want you to imagine what it would be like if your loved one passed and you see them being memorialized in the newspaper and they put the wrong picture up. Just imagine if it was your family member, and then understand how we feel about it. I think it's disgusting, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's outrageous, bro. But I don't know, man.
But anyway,
one day, someone's gonna have to answer for some.
So yeah, there's been a lot of it, bro.
But yeah, I know. Also, just on the last note, I know that like Cadet. So last project was 2017, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that now with the song that he had out, just the whole buzz that he was creating, the whole wireless thing or whatever, it would have been album time for him. It would have been album time for him this year. So, you know, it would be nice to kind of maybe still, I don't know what they'll do, because I'm sure he's recorded a whole bunch of songs or whatever. So it'll be interesting to find out like what happens with some of his music or whatever, or if they maybe just take like some of his verses and like put them on other people's projects or whatever. I'm not quite sure, but you know what, that one there is a sad loss, and I could tell like just from speaking to a lot of people, especially young people. I mean, like there were some people out there that were really young, 15, 16 that I'd spoken to, and they were just like, you know, that whole feeling of feeling like they know him and his Snapchat and stuff. I never followed him on Snap, so I didn't know what he was like on Snap, but I know a lot of people were talking about him buying a new place and how happy he was, and he's expecting a baby as well this time around. But you know what? There's still so much to celebrate with him, and yeah, he's no longer an underground or underrated legend anymore.
He's a very rated legend.
He's a very, very rated legend, man, and big respect to get Cadet every time.